going on a trip with other married people that are your age is really cool.
Is it?
Yeah, it was
in
dope.
what way though? Like in what way? Because
It was just dope. Like you were like, damn, like this is cool because like I feel like most people our age are probably like still single or like I don't know. They're like if they're like in a relationship, they're like maybe not getting married yet, or it just hits different, dog. It feels like a level of maturity that you're like, damn.
I'll tell you what you think that you're feeling.
Okay, tell me what I think I'm feeling.
What you think you're feeling is the sense of security, okay?
Okay.
You think that because you're with one woman and that this woman is taking care of you.
I apologize for this Andrew Tate.
That because of that you are happy, but it is an illusion. Because if you're going to be honest with yourself and if you're going to be real with yourself, you know you'd much rather be in a cool place with the bros when you can do whatever you want, fuck whatever you want, drink whatever you want, and not to have to hear somebody bitching in the back of your ear. You know that's what you intrinsically want. It's human nature. It's human psychology, okay?
Why are you on your Andrew Tate stuff, bro?
Okay, but what you think is you tell yourself, man, I'm with one woman, he's with one woman. You look at him and you know what the real reason that you think that it's cool is because you're not dealing with competition. You're not looking at the other male and thinking about competition and thinking about
but they the bros too, like we was hanging out.
They the bros and you get to look at them as strictly the bros with no competition. You guys are both just letting y'all's prime wither away. No one is out trying to outdo each other. If you guys are all hanging out with the boys at the club, it would be a much more primal, much more
I can't stand you.
Bro, it's primal, bro. It's like you just don't even understand, bro. Like real talk, bro. We high valued men out here, and you've been out here just like lowering your value. Like to be honest.
You're married.
To be honest right now. As far as men right now, you're putting yourself in crypto. So you used to be a high valued man.
Oh my god.
And now you're crashing.
First of all, I remember in the early episodes of this podcast, you used to look at me like I was a boomer for thinking crypto was stupid.
Nah, first of all, you remember the time? Do you remember the episode where I said I'd put 75% of my liquidity into crypto?
I forgot what I was doing that I remembered you saying that, and I was like, that's crazy.
I said, I'll keep a little cash for the day-to-day, but I'll put about 75-80% in crypto.
I knew you was capping the second you said that, too.
I threw no money in crypto like that. I threw no crypto. But what I have been investing in is myself as a high-valued man. And what I think... I bought these sunglasses for starters. That's one of the starters.
The pink North Face?
Pink North Face, just to show that I'm in touch with who I am. And really to psych out the other competitive males. So... One thing that Andrew Tate said, I don't know how you could maybe speak to this because you've lived in situations like this a little more.
I feel like
he says that if you live with just your woman and then you two are just together living life, that's a bad thing for you.
Okay.
Because in order for you to be on top of your shit, in order for you to be moving the way that you should, you need to be competing with other males, other competitive males. So if you're in a house with all the bros and one of your bros is doing 1,000 push-ups a day, you're in there and Ryan's doing like 1,000 push-ups a day, are you going to be the bitch that says my arms hurt, or are you going to start doing some push-ups too? And once you see that he's doing a certain amount of push-ups, will you not then be like, you know what, I'm going to do like 150. If he going to do 100, like, how the fuck I'm going to not do 150? Like, he ain't going to walk around here making me seem... But basically, that makes you sharper. That makes you on top of your shit. And what happens is once you're with just your woman, as a woman would, she's going to want to make your life comfortable. She's going to cook for you. She's going to make sure everything's done for you. She's going to make sure that you're happy. And what happens when you're too happy? You start being content. You start wanting to have that drive. You have no competitiveness around you. And you basically, then your mom starts telling you, hey, you've gained a little weight.
Damn.
Is what ends up happening. But if you're with the bros and you say, look, bitch, I'm with the bros.
You are talking so much shit and so spicy. Like there's no tomorrow. And I would love for you to show this intro to Alicia and see what happens. And I want to be filming it.
If you say,
and that's
look,
the skit. That's the skit for
look,
tomorrow.
bitch, I have to be with the bros in order.
Oh my God.
In order to make this a competitive market for us. If my value drops, are you still going to want to be with a lesser valued man? In order to be at my highest value, at my highest potential, I must be around other competitive men making me work harder. I don't agree.
There's a
I'll be living mad comfortably over here, bro. But what I'm saying is, I haven't had a place where I've roomed with like 4 dudes. You have.
Yeah.
Do you have that competitive nature? Is there something to that
I would
argument?
argue that I have more competitive nature now.
Than without the bros around?
Yeah.
Why so? Were you not around competitive, high-valued men and you were putting yourself in you're a sum of the 5 people you're around. So if you're putting people who are not motivated and driven in your circle, then you won't be motivated and driven. Per Andrew Tate, I'm not spewing any of this out of my own mouth like if I know anything.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
No, I think real motivation comes from within. Like, there could be people striving all around you, and that could push you for a while, but I think you have to have your own reasons, your own motivation.
You do need to have your own reasons, own motivations, but whenever there's no way you don't see it if you're like on the football field.
No, I agree. I agree with the like.
If you were doing a sprint,
it takes both. It's not like
at least from my experience, if I'm sprinting, I'm gonna stop at a certain point. If I'm racing against one of the bros, I'm not fucking stopping. There's no way I'm gonna let you. There's no way I'm gonna let you like dust me. I'm gonna push myself farther than I ever have for the sake of not looking crazy in front of the bros. Which part of me thinks, do we all have like an innate little percentage of homosexuality ingrained in us because we're seeking validation from other men?
Bro.
This took a turn. This mental gymnastics took a turn.
That's fucking crazy. Like, I don't subscribe to that. But to piggyback off the not looking crazy in front of the bros, I will say on this trip we was playing pickleball, which is a very Caucasian thing. It's basically tennis, but like the racket is wooden, and the ball has like it's plastic and it's got holes in it.
It's like wiffle ball.
But you're in a tennis court.
Okay.
It's like if you were doing half court in basketball, like
in
tennis court, you go a little.
So how does the competitive nature enter here?
So I never played. A couple guys never played, but they're way more athletic than I am, and like by far, like
that's subjective, depending on
not even close.
Technically speaking, here's the difference.
One
about
of them
that kind
does
of
triathlons, bro. Ain't no way.
No, but it's not about that. It's about
no,
different sports. Like when people who play baseball try to play tennis,
sure,
they fucking suck because they're playing it wrong. There's technique to it.
No, of course.
Athleticism's one thing, but technique's a whole different thing.
Right. But like I also like I've never played tennis in my life. Like I played a couple times. Like when I first started dating my wife, because her family's super into it. Like I remember I pulled up to the tennis court, they all showed up in like matching tennis fits, and I was like, oh no, this is gonna go really bad.
Can we also, to all of our white friends, it's the only time it's okay to be racist. If you needed money as a baby to do this sport, don't fucking invite us. I'm tired of people being like, you want to come skiing, bro? Like, bitch, no. I don't want to pay $1,000 to just fall all day. You know what I mean?
You ever had a person look at you crazy because you said I'd never been wakeboarding or like whatever?
Yeah, but I've also realized like I'm that white friend sometimes because I was talking to one of my white friends, but he's like, one of the poor whites, and I was like, yo, dog, it's like I was talking about an elevator. I'm like, it's like fucking like that ride at Disney World, dog. You ain't ever been to that ride at Disney World where it takes you all the way up. You look at the whole skyline and then it drops you. You ain't ever been to Disney? Looked at me dead in my face. No, Zen, I've never fucking been to Disney. I had to check my privilege for a second. The way he said it made me feel like he said, check your fucking privilege. Yeah. And I was like, oh, you ain't been to Disney like that? Sorry, my apologies. I didn't mean to like open up some sore spots. You ain't hug Mickey and almost cry? Yeah. Oh, you ain't seen Goofy? Yeah. You ain't see the you didn't see that boy? You didn't see the
parade, you didn't see the
No, you didn't have Muppets say no to black children and then hug you? Yeah. You didn't see that?
You ain't see it's a small world after all.
No, you ain't see the Epcot. You ain't see the firework display.
Yo.
But I say all this to say that as high valued men, we need to be more competitive and we need to be on top of our shit.
Okay, so I'm trying to let me get back to my story.
All right.
So we're playing, and I was like, "Yo, I can't look bad in front of the bros." So I tried so hard, bro. I never tried this hard. I was so sore for like the next couple of days.
Speaking of, I got into a new thing. My hands are fucked. Alicia and I discovered we like the batting cages.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And holy shit, is it fun? But my hands are fucked every single time. I did it like on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And then on a Sunday, and my hands were fucked for like 2 weeks. And there was like a bunch of little kids just out there like training, like, you know, parents drinking beers and yelling at their kids and shit like that. But like, it's a vibe. You should try it out.
Yeah.
You should try it out.
Did it bring back like core memories?
I mean, I played T-ball, dog.
Yeah.
Like mine was sitting on a stick.
Yeah.
I didn't have like balls hurled in my direction like that. But bro, I was hitting them hoes out the
Pause, bro.
Let's start the show, dog, to be honest. Like Two, one. Welcome to the 2.5 Citizens podcast. I'm Zen. Like, I've been looking at your ankles lately to try to see how much you've been on the dance floor lately.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's going on, but this year, this summer, the era right now is the dance era.
Yeah.
So Drake hurried up and made his album to release dance tracks. You're still probably behind. You know, I know that you're like,
oh, the gay elevator music? Yeah.
You're kind of like a few light years behind of evolution. Like, I get it. I understand. You know, your value's been dropping. You haven't really been, like, keeping yourself sharp. But Beyonce put out Renaissance. Okay?
You just said, before I walked in, you said, I ain't hear it.
I started listening to it in the shower at the most truest form where I feel like I can really just get in touch with myself and the music, where I can really kind of vibe, feel what's going on. I don't know how official these rumors are. I don't know if I should even be mentioning it, but I'm going to mention it because I saw it, and because I saw it, that means everyone's talking about it. There is rumors that there's a confirmation that Frank Ocean's new album, when it drops, has dance influence, because I don't know what part of me thinks that, like, when the Illuminati goes to these meetings, things start being judged on like whatever they're playing. So like if they're playing some old school like dance for a little while, everyone's for some reason getting this dance influence. So if it does happen that way, it's going to be an insane run of these dance songs where I think it's just going to overtake the culture.
Yo, do you think that Drake's last album, like, he's appropriated everything, right? He even did like a reggaeton song. Do you think this album he's now appropriating like gay music?
What are you saying, dog? Did you not hear the song when he goes, "That pussy is calling my name"? What's gay about that, dog? What's gay about the female organs legitimately screaming out for a human being? I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand.
We're not talking about lyrics.
I'm just trying to understand.
We're talking about the music, the actual music.
How you would even take that's homophobic. First of all.
So you're gonna be misogynistic this episode, and I'm gonna be homophobic?
People like to say that I'm misogynistic. What they don't understand is that intrinsically, a woman would agree with me. She would, if she wanted to be honest with herself.
Stop imitating Andrew Tate. Take them glasses off.
First of all, this adds to my value. Okay, first of all, I don't need a bitch seeing my emotions where my eyes are looking. Here's the thing. You're at dinner. You're at dinner. A fine girl walks by. Nothing going on. You take a glance. You take a glance because that's human nature. That's human biology. Your body wants to tell you, look at this other female, childbearing hips, whatever the case may be. Now you got to deal with the fight for the rest of the night. Why would you want to deal with the fight for the rest of the night when you could just wear sunglasses, keep your eyes to yourself, tell that woman, I guess, if we're going to be a little more clean here for the audience, tell this woman, mind your business, I'm paying the bill. That's it. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say. As a high-valued man who is irreplaceable, you have to realize a lot of these women that are around here are replaceable, okay?
Bro, I just want to say this whole, like, weird alpha energy, it just comes off really, like, incel-y.
No, what you don't understand? What you don't understand?
Hold up. Let me expand. Because I've let you rant and said pretty much the same thing over and over again.
You just aren't understanding.
I see what you're saying.
No, you just don't.
Look.
Bro, don't be getting mad at me because you have more estrogen in your system than testosterone, dog. Like,
bro. First of all, I don't eat soy like that, okay? Second of all, I don't drink almond milk.
What's almond milk got to do? Almonds are good as fuck.
Bro, ask any conspiracy theorists. They'll tell you almond milk you'll grow a vagina.
No, that's soy.
No, they say almond milk too. Anything that ain't goat milk, bro, a vagina.
Or a raw liver.
Yeah.
Have you been on your raw liver thing?
Bro, raw liver every day. Yeah.
I sent you like a box.
Yeah. Anyway, motherfucking watching The Bachelorette right now.
It's back?
Yeah, it's back already. There's two women going on, and then like the guys be like, "No, I like the other Bachelorette better." It's like it got so messy so fast. Like it's pretty funny.
But it's fine. They're just competing with themselves for viewers, though. They're kind of eating their audience.
Yeah. So there's this one dude that like calls himself like the alpha male, saying he's high worth and all that. I don't, bro. This guy just like looked terrible on national television. Like he looked like a straight up incel that like just looks down on people.
Okay, well, because you know that in Western society, they want to demasculate males. So anytime that you're dealing with a reality TV show, they take the most entertaining pieces, cut them up for national TV. You're filming 24 hours of the day, but you're only putting out 21 minutes with commercials out to the public. So you want to put the most entertaining piece of content out there.
Yeah.
Following America's, the Western world's message of demasculating men, they're going to put out any of these alpha males, they're going to basically want to demean them down to the worst level they can.
This is what he said. Which, fair, it's a fair thing to think, but then it's like, don't come on the show. You know what this is. Because, like, I told you, like, whenever they get to, like, the semifinals is basically just, like, you're all going to bang this one person, and this one person gets to pick who's going to be, like, their husband or their wife. He said if he got to that final section and the girl sleeps with somebody else, that he's out. Which is, like, okay, fine, like, you don't want to, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, bro, like, then why'd you come on the show if like you're so passionate about this one thing?
So I agree. Like that is wild for the show premise. But what I've noticed is a lot of these shows really help these boys, like girls, all these people, if they know how to do it correctly, build a career off of that. Andrew Tate was on like one of these shows, on one of those types of shows.
Oh, was it like I could see him on like Love Island.
It was something like that. It was like it was way back. It was like one of the first things him and his brother ever did. They were like on these shows where they would compete against these other people, like that type shit.
Yeah.
And like now he's managed to just be misogynistic online all day. Yeah. So it's like it's like if you Harry Jowsey was on Too Hot to Handle. He was the one that could not stop making people waste their money because he kept on hooking up with that girl. Him and that girl end up being together. They break up. They're back together. Whatever. He's with a trans. That, regardless.
Yo, what?
That was a thing. There was a trans woman, and there was like one of those really hot trans women that were like, "What about that girl though? Like, would you?" And apparently there were either he said he would or did hook up with her because those rumors rolling around, and he's just kind of been like, whatever. He's one of those good-looking dudes that like is just known for being good-looking. He has an accent that girls like. He has this sweet demeanor. He started a podcast. He made connections in the LA scene, so he started getting a lot of good people on. and he built a whole career off of just being on this TV show. Did they win the most amount of money they were supposed to? Because he kept on getting his dick sucked. But that brought attention to him, and now it's like, look, maybe you're not doing the best for the show. Maybe you're going to say something like that, like, I'm not going to be with this bitch if she's with someone else. But now people know you're remembering this character.
Yeah.
And now if you see that character on social media doing something, you're going to be like, that was that motherfucker that was being all reckless on the... Yeah. And now they can build a career if they do it correctly. So sometimes it's like, yes, you know what you're doing when you come on the show, but truly... The whole point of the show is to be the most entertaining. You know, there's always one character.
They all pretend that like the point of the show is to find their husband. Like that ain't the point of the show.
Right. Like, notice there's a lot of people. Like you ever see a lot of these reality shows, and there's one person who's so unnoticeable because they're just in the background being quiet, just trying to do the actual thing, and then you never fucking remember them.
Yeah.
So like that's the whole thing. Is it's all about entertainment in this. It's all about like trying to make the best moments. Yeah. So I think if they know how to do it the right way, it'll turn out better.
Sometimes the Bachelorette script be too wild. Like I'm like, bro, this is so corny. Like who wrote these lines for them?
Now I'm gonna be back next week to watch, but shit.
Yeah, like damn,
pick it up,
bro. Like ain't no way.
I feel you, but let's get into a few topics here. So for starters, I've been having this question lately because I know like. You and I know we're not like educators and stuff like that.
No.
But like, what is the FDA truly though? Like truly, what is the FDA? Because like for me, I just personally think like
if you just want to try pink sauce, just say you want to try pink sauce.
No, I'm just saying like what does the FDA really do? I mean like vaccine. When they finally say like you can eat this thing, you know what I mean? Like it took them forever for them. Like they were handing out vaccines.
Yeah.
Forever before they said, yo, you can eat this. FDA said, yo, you good with this?
Yeah.
Like you good to put this in your body. You're good to ingest it. TikTok is teaching me a lot of stuff lately.
China has been teaching you a lot of stuff lately.
And recently, I've learned that if you want to make your chicken look good...
From China.
And taste like maybe ranch, has been undecided exactly what it is. They got this pink sauce. Mm-hmm. Now, pink sauce craze going crazy. She makes the sauce about once a week and makes her food look aesthetically pleasing.
Yo, I heard she was asked... Calorie count sounds insane, or like...
She was asked about if it was FDA approved, and she goes... If I ain't making medicine, if I ain't making nothing that's like for your health, why I gotta put it through the FDA? What does that even mean?
The F, bro. Food and...
She ain't know the F, bro. She's PC. She's on TikTok. They stay away from the F word.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, that's the whole...
See, I guess not all F words are created equally, bro.
But that's the problem, is that no one actually, like, specified.
No. No one
to be honest...
Yeah.
She probably thought that was like the board for the gay people. She thought that was the health board for the gays, to be honest. That was probably what she thought. And then she probably had to pull out the baby thing. What if she would have came out and said, listen, okay, everybody talking about the FDA. I'll put a disclaimer. If you're gay, be careful. Don't use my sauce. Yeah. I don't know what else to tell you. If you're gay...
It's the monkey.
Oh, my God, bro. That's been a big... All right. I quickly want to talk about this because we're talking about misinformation and just uncertainties in health. This monkeypox craze has been very controversial because there's two problems. For one, unfortunately, people identify the word monkey with racial tension, rhetoric. So the second you hear monkey, racist people are going to be like, monkeys. And then...
Oh, my God.
So that's already... There's already...
The way you said that was crazy.
The way they say that's literally like...
Oh, I know. Like, I pictured the person you were imitating... And I'm telling you, I was just in the Carolinas, and I was like, whoa.
And then the other problem is that the headlines are straight up like, yo, if you gay, chill with that shit for a bit. Yeah. And I'm just like, whoa, what? Like, straight up the headlines are trying. Look, you know when you go to the club? You know when you go to the club and they say things like, no saggy pants, no Jordans, no do-rags, no colors that are bright. And you're like, you're just trying to say no blacks? They'll basically say things like the vaccine requirements, like if you ever was at a gay party. No. If you were at a sex party where people just get together and have sex, if you've had multiple partners within a small period of time and you've entered through the if they're trying their best to be like, if you gay,
if you go
come get vaccinated.
If you've been at a gas station and there's a hole,
if you were running through the woods at night and then engaged in sexual intercourse, you're eligible for the vaccines. Bro, just say if you gay, but they're trying not their hardest. It's like the hardest thing is like, this is like, it's like with the trans thing, like when they're trying to say biological male, if you've seen like these biological female, they're really trying their best to not offend anybody. It's so hard because the headlines will straight up be like, if you have entered the rectum of the same sex as you,
you gonna get the monkey.
You should get vaccinated or tested. Nothing, I say nothing about the gays, but
you probably got the monkey.
If you are into butts, then come get vaccinated. Like it's such a weird, like, it's never been.
What about straight people?
I don't fucking know, dude. Like, that's been the problem. Count? Because that's the thing is, I don't know how that works, because I would hate to be the straight person that gets it. And you're trying your best to explain, like, bro, no, like, it's because it's human to human contact. Who was you contacting with other humans and stuff like that? No, it's just you're never gonna get away from it. Like, they're labeling this the gay disease, and I don't even know.
HIV 2.0,
and I don't know. I don't see like enough information for me to like combat this stuff, because just the headlines are finally like in a different weird way. But do you think, conspiracy corner?
Okay.
This has anything to do with the Supreme Court's like Roe v. Wade decision? You've been hearing. Pause. We're going to take a little break real quick, and then we're going to come back into some topics because this is getting spicy. Do you think that there's a possibility? There's been this thing that came out. It was interesting to say the least. Where for some reason gay marriage is on the fucking table again. I don't know how this keeps on happening. Like, they're picking things back up. They ain't even like, we got things we need to deal with. We've been trying to figure out how not to eliminate the police force, but to how to regulate it and fix it.
2008 again? Round 2?
So, it seems like it. Put gay marriage back on the table. I don't know politics. I don't know who the fuck votes, to be honest with you. They were voting. No. One of the people, congressman, senator, whatever the fuck they be doing. Homeboy votes against the gay rights bill, or bringing, like, basically saying, yeah, fuck all that shit, and then 2 days later goes to his son's gay wedding. Like, 2 days later, just
what a passive-aggressive thing to do.
Now, what he had said, if we're just going to play the devil's advocate game, was that he feels like this bill is like a play by the Democrats to, like, drum up attention. So they're kind of like, he's voting against it, being like, bitch, fuck all y'all's, like, games that y'all are trying to play. Not necessarily being like, this is what I believe. Basically playing the political game of, I know what they're doing with this bill. If they do this, then that's going to set them up to do this, and then we're going to lose control as the whatever the fuck, so we need to just unitedly fight against this little bullshit that they're doing. Not that they actually truly want to fight against gay marriage, but it looks wild for you to say, fuck all that gay marriage shit, and then 3 days later go to your son's wedding. But do you think COVID came out, right? Caused by us, low-key, after we start kind of looking at all the research. But originally, really? I mean, you know what I mean? We funded the fucking labs.
Oh, yeah.
So, our doing, right?
Yeah.
But we look at Wuhan, China, and then what starts happening in the world? We start having an increase in Asian hate. And now all of a sudden America has to be like, stop Asian hate, stop Asian hate. We don't want China to have an embargo against us. They're bigger than us. We're scared, right?
Yeah.
We have to chill out with all that, even though that's the constant prevalent thing that's happening because of what's been put out, the information that we're getting, the way that things are being perceived. And it becomes a big push. Everyone needs to really make a push to make sure that we stop Asian hate. Now, no one is really saying, hey, yo, be careful with the way you talk to these gay people when you bring up monkeypox. Because, like, I know our headlines are villainizing gay people. So if they villainize gay people in the media and then put up things and being like, hey, yo, so what y'all really feel about gay marriage now that they're ravishing your community with diseases? And people will be like, what do you mean? It's at this place where I really think they're trying to test the progressiveness of the people. If we're in conspiracy corner.
So you're
because
saying,
we're not getting stop gay hate stuff.
You're saying that they're trying to expose the fake progressivism that happened.
I think they're trying to reset the clock. I think they're trying to swing the pendulum back in the other direction, allegedly.
So you think everyone realized, like, hey, we're going to stop pretending to be progressive. I think it's time to stop pretending. I think we're all tired of it.
No, I think they say, yo, these people are really progressive. These people really are so progressive.
Yeah.
What happens when the gays are diseasing again?
Yeah.
How you going to feel then?
Yeah.
And then people are like, shit. Now, we're just putting up the bill of gay marriage right now. By the way, we're just, we understood what y'all feel about abortion. Now we did that whole thing. Now we're throwing this gay stuff in the bill. Let's see how y'all really feel. Let's take the temperature of the country.
Yeah.
Because, like, gay marriage is flip-flopped depending on, like, what the people are saying. Like, no politician truly believes whatever they believe when it comes to gay marriage. It's what is going to, like, help them set themselves up for this position.
All these politicians be like, same thing with the abortion thing. They be acting like they ain't pay for abortions.
I can't stop thinking about that Andrew Schultz joke. Did you watch the special?
No, I didn't watch the special.
You still haven't watched the special?
No.
So hopefully it's easy enough for me to, because after Sunday, you can't buy it anymore.
I know.
I'm going to be getting the link because I'm a true fan and I support local comedy and I like support people.
It's not local comedy.
No, but basically independent comedy.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll give you that.
I support independent comedians trying to do their thing. Personally, as a content creator who's out here trying to make content, shouts out to, like, not letting anybody silence your voice. After that, you get a link where you get to watch it forever, and then I'll let you catch a peach. Because here's the thing, I saw that special live.
You did.
So whenever I saw the special, I'm like, oh, I've seen these jokes, but you haven't.
Yeah.
So, like, you were completely just blind. You don't even know what's going on.
I've seen, like, the
clips that are put out on YouTube.
That he the throwaways.
The free ones that he, like, let you have. But, dog, the good jokes, you're missing out, dog.
Yeah.
You're missing out. And I feel like it's necessary for you, as a connoisseur of comedy, to be a part of this event.
I still need to catch Bill Burr's special, too.
Yeah, you do. Whitney Cummings came out with the special, but, I mean, are you going to sit down and watch a woman do comedy for?
I could.
I would, because I'm an ally. First of all, I just want to make sure that I'm put that out there to the world. I love women, care about women, women's rights. I be watching women comedy, listen to women podcasts, completely non-misogynistic. But
whoa, what are you going to say?
in history, women have never. I want to just one of the crazy things, like where he goes. There's a second, and he goes, "Women have never in history been celebrated for being promiscuous. Men conquer."
Jesus Christ,
that's so fun. Misogyny, fun as fuck, bro.
Oh my
like,
God.
No, like real talk though.
You think this is what Klan members say after, like, they burn the cross? They're like, bro, racism's so fun.
It's different, I think, because now this is going to start sounding misogynistic. Here's the real, right? Majority of people think pretty similarly. Okay. Majority of people have been raised around similar ideas, similar, like, paths, and kind of agree, yo, the best, like, family structure for a child and to go about society is a man and woman being monogamous together, being together with a kid, starting a family, raising a family together, makes the kid's best chance for survival out in the world in an easy way.
Yeah.
But because of, like, the way the world's changed and things have happened, you have to have people on the extreme ends of the spectrum. Just like abortion, I bet you most people wouldn't want to have an abortion. Like, that's just not the dream of theirs. But under all these different circumstances, basically people have to, like, explain things in a way that justifies their actions. And sometimes it's taking the most extreme version. So if a girl doesn't want to have a family either because, one, she knows she's not in the financial position to do that with what's going on in her life, or two, she is, like, not able to have kids, or three, she's just at a different place in her life where none of that seems to make sense for her and her age. She might just be like, yo,
or
fuck
like a health reason.
Fuck the nuclear structure. Fuck all that shit. What do we even need to be doing all this? And be the louder voice to make other people feel okay with that decision. Mm-hmm. But in a grand scale, I think most people would agree that they agree with some of the things people may say are like gender rolled, misogynistic. Everyone wants to be progressive and think that they're thinking in a different light. But how many people have you heard being like, no, like I completely agree. A woman should be able to like have an abortion. Oh, but I would never have an abortion, personally. I would never do that to me or my child. That's just not how I would do it. But I completely, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, everyone wants to be progressive for someone else. But if you would be like, you could say like, go ahead, do that. Gay it up. I'm not gay, so I can, of course, say, yo, do your thing. But I think majority of people kind of live in this world where they agree with the normal shit. Problem is everything's just so polarizing and just all over the place, and everyone just feels like they have to have a different opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't think that this is basically as big of a debate as people act like it is. Yeah. When people say things, it sounds like he's saying something completely wild because he's saying something that seems like gender normative or whatever. But I've just been noticing a lot of this is like fake, it is fake outrage, but also like fake opinions. Those aren't even your opinions. They're your opinions on people's lives. Like if I talk about gay shit, like gay marriage, gay rights, like I could say I'm an ally or whatever, but like I'm not dealing with the struggle. So it's easy for me to say what they should be able to do. Yeah, you could be an especially when I don't feel that way. Right. When I don't have to deal with that, it's easy for me to be like, yeah, sure, just do your thing, dog. But like you're not living the day to day. You don't see that there's like nuances to that shit. Like with us, how many people fucking like how much weird Mexican shit I get. Sometimes you end up leaning into that shit. You ever fucking not like I do
all the time.
You be like, oh, damn, them fucking non-documented ass motherfuckers just get a job, bro. Like you just be saying,
yeah, bro. Like, yo, the second I get papers, is gonna be crazy.
That's the thing is you start looking people and be like, look, I dealt with this type of struggle. Like no one's gonna just make the bed for you and make sure everything's all good and clean everything up. But, like, it is just a weird place that nowadays you're able to, like, make noise saying something completely kind of normal in a sense and just hyperbolizing it when truly, like, a lot of people have similar ideas. Because you walk around, how many times especially, like, in Texas, we walk around talking to people and we just have to deal with some people saying wild shit just randomly. Yeah. Like, I remember I'd be, like, at jobs.
In general.
I'd be like at jobs and they'll be like, yeah, man, we're just trying to get this stuff up and running. But, them damn Mexicans, they're cheap. But sometimes it's hard to get them to understand you, listen to you, do what you need them to do. And I'm like, oh, I feel you there, brother. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck am I going to say? You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yeah, I speak white as shit. Yeah. Like, people think I'm like generations removed or some shit.
Or like you're just something else.
Right. And so
you're Italian. I'm Italian.
Right. So I'm just like, yeah, dog, I guess just be let's just be racist. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's just what you deal with down here. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
But then I get to flex on it because, that's when I feel like the most piece of shit.
Yeah.
The only protection, like undocumented, like traditional, what we talk about Mexicans have, is when you come up to them and you ask them something, they can just, no speak English you.
Yeah.
The problem is, I just come up, I'm like, all right, dog. Now I got to start talking to you in Spanish. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. Shit. I got to respond to these people now. Yeah. Now I got to.
Can I say something that's going to make you sound like a piece of crap?
Have you not listened to me this entire podcast? Have you not been listening to me this entire episode?
Yo, when I was in high school and I worked retail, which we went over, off air, we listed the malls in monetary status categories, caste system kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about our list too. But when I worked at the mall, I would get Hispanic people, and bro, if they looked like it was something like I just didn't want to deal with, I'd hit them with the "I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish," and just like
that's
walk
disrespectful
away,
as shit, dog.
But it's out of laziness. It wasn't because I didn't,
Did you ever use the line? There's one line that
no speak Spanish.
No,
I couldn't do that.
When I would talk to people who I knew were Hispanic.
Yeah.
like, you know, their parents and stuff like that. And maybe they spent they're like me, maybe they spent majority of their like life speaking English, but they, you know, they can understand something. You know, they can get a point across.
Yeah.
And when they say they don't speak Spanish, I'll be like, you really don't speak Spanish? She's like, I don't get paid to speak Spanish over here.
Facts.
I don't be getting that Spanish speaking money. And I'm like, bro, you really just going to withhold a language because you ain't being paid to speak it? That's ridiculous. But I feel you. I just started putting bilingual in every resume after that. Just fuck it, we doing it. One time I really had to hit a bilingual job and they had like this Mexican lady testing me. I was like, oh, fuck. I was so scared. I was like, shit.
You from the motherland.
Yeah, like you really better talk to me. I'm like, see? Bro, but let's get into a few topics here. I want to get into the list. We're going to list off the malls because now pandemic's over and malls are back up and cranking.
This will start the list. I was telling you how coming up on a year marriage, I bought this gift. I said if it gets delivered, it's probably going to get spoiled. So I'm going to pick it up at the store. And that I was upset that the mall I had to pick it up was Willowbrook. Because I was like, I ain't trying to get robbed today. Don't really want to deal with like all the Edgars around.
That is a disrespectful ass term. Because, I mean, not that every Edgar that I met I don't like. Yeah, I will admit that. Yeah. I will admit that. But like,
who are you? What Edgar are you defending?
I don't know, man. I don't know why I feel like I gotta defend the Edgar. Basically, we had a mutual friend that was with an Edgar.
Did we?
Yes.
I don't remember.
And we'll talk about it off air.
Okay.
And they were almost stereotypically the Edgar of like the Edgars. It's like a Karen who is a Karen. Yeah. This was an Edgar who was an Edgar. And I feel so bad. That's the person I envision every time you're saying this shit.
So that's why
it's like I feel bad because I'm just like, I feel like we're attacking this specific Edgar.
No. If you name Edgar and you don't have like the haircut like this and you don't drive a F-150 with like your last name in the back, you're good, bro. Like you just happen to unfortunately be named Edgar. Like you could be a good Karen and just, you know, unfortunately.
I'm surprised there isn't much for Pablo's, like, because your name is almost fake. Like, yeah, Pablo is one of those names where it's so common it's almost fake.
Yeah, bro. Like people think my name isn't like they'll be like, "What's his name?" and they'll say Pablo, and people will be like, "Bro, that's racist." Like for real,
that's racist as shit. Why would you say that?
Yeah. And I'd be like, "No, that's my name."
Like people get mad confused because I came to this point where it's probably like but I just don't even when I say my name I spell it also.
Yeah.
Because it's just a fucking annoying as shit.
Yeah.
If I have to sign in anywhere, what's your name? Zen, Z-E-N?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's the problem. I always know it's going to be a fucking conversation when they look at my name, squint, and then think about it. I'm like, Zen. That's an interesting name. Where'd that name come from? I'm like, fuck, dude.
I don't know.
Like,
my parents ain't here, bro.
I'm like, I don't know, man. They was probably smoking weed or some shit. Like, I don't know. Okay? It's not Mexican at all. And then it makes me even more racially ambiguous because now they're like,
what the fuck is he?
We don't know what he is. Yeah. And his name is Zen. The fuck is this? Rocha, because of the way I say it, doesn't even sound Mexican enough.
Yeah.
I'd have to say Rocha and be one of those annoying people that rolls their R's in the middle of English for no reason. Yeah. You know what I mean? You ever been like, I get it. Like, I don't know, man. At what point do you do the extra word? Like, at what point when you're talking to someone, do you say tortilla? Or at one point be like, yo, man, like, because it sounds weird as shit to be like, bro, I was at this restaurant. They had these fresh-ass flour tortillas.
Yeah, no. So, like, if I'm with my parents or, like, I'm with, like...
No,
family,
but if you're speaking Spanish...
Yeah. Like, if the main language in the room is Spanish, I'm going to say everything right. If the main language in the room is English, I'm not saying tortillas.
You're saying
like,
queso,
for
right?
For who? Yeah. For me, to make me feel good, like, I don't care.
Have you ever been to a Mexican restaurant?
I hate when people tell me, no, how do you say your name? I'm like, but you can't say it. Like, you're not going to get it right. Just butcher it.
And you're only going to sound more racist trying to say it.
Like, I don't care. Like, it's fine.
Have you ever been to a Mexican restaurant?
I promise you, bro.
Or Mexican bar,
yeah,
and you try to order something, and you have to basically... Even in general, all right, let's start... There's been two situations. I actually started at a gas station once where I'm talking to this Hispanic lady and I'm trying to be like, let me get a Snickers.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. Un Snickers?
Yeah.
Oh, un Snickers. Okay.
Yeah.
We're at this place You guys have Ultra?
Ultra.
Ultra? Ah, sí, tenemos el Ultra.
Yeah.
And you're like, bitch, the fuck, bro? Like, it's the same word.
Yo.
We just say it.
Yo, to this day, the biggest mind F in my life happened with Bix Vaporu. When I picked, once I became bilingual and I picked one up and I said, vapor rub? Vaporu? Oh no.
You're like, I've been out here sounding ignorant my whole life.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yo.
I've been telling the nurse, y'all have any Vaporu?
Yeah. No, anyway, back to the list.
Oh, yeah.
Galleria, number 1.
Right. Mind you, like Galleria Houston, like Excellence. It's got the Louis Vuitton stores, like the Gucci stores. Mind you, they have like the
2 reasons.
Saks Fifth
Yeah.
department store versions of all that and the actual physical in the
right.
mall stores of all those. There's like 3 Starbucks in that mall for some reason.
Yeah.
There's restaurants inside the stores.
Yeah.
And of course they got the Cheesecake Factory. So how you not gonna pull up?
So there's 2 reasons people pull up to the Galleria. You either go on a mission and you know exactly where you're gonna get and you're gonna get right out, or you go in there for like 2-3 hours and just say, "Damn, that's hard."
That's true. You ever go in there and just like look at
obviously.
the Pelotons?
Yeah. And you just say, "Damn, that's
look
hard."
at the Pelotons and you're like,
Or you look at the Teslas and you're like, "Damn, that's hard."
The worst part, when you go to one of those places, then you get the brochure, you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Now you feel like
Now you feel the pressure.
the pressure's there. You're like, "Damn it, they
They got a
piece of
Lulu
paper."
store, bro.
No, I know the Lulu store goes hard.
Yeah.
The Lulu store goes hard.
I will say their selection is a little not the best. I prefer
Which is interesting because the Vans is one of the best selections out of any of them. Like if there's any special colorways, you can only get them at these Galleria stores.
Damn. But anyway, all right. So Galleria, then it's Memorial City Mall. Because you could be in there like a regular person, but you could also be in there flexing.
You could, because they have the Nordstrom.
Yeah.
Wait, no, your worst mall's got a Nordstrom.
Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah. Rack. That's
that's
you'd be going to regular Nordstrom? Who goes to regular Nordstrom anymore? You be going to regular Nordstrom? I was going to say, damn, dog. You switching up. All right. So then after that, you say it's Memorial City Mall because it's more of like a... It's weird because it's really
like
almost
family,
it's a bare bones mall as far as like stores.
Yeah.
But the vibe's there. They have external stores. They're connected to a medical center. The big thing that kind of gets them is they have the Memorial Hermann Hospital next to it.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people...
You drive by there Christmas.
Yeah, it looks
time.
popping. The thing with it is like a lot of people come to Houston because of medical things. We have like the best doctors. So if you're waiting to see if your child's going to live or die or not, you might need to do some retail therapy next door.
Yeah.
In the meantime, so it really helps out. It really boosts the economy up around there.
Yeah.
And then?
All right. So then after that, what'd I say? Shit, I should have wrote it down.
You said Deerbrook.
Oh, yeah, I said Deerbrook.
No.
You
said Outlet.
Oh, yeah, I said Outlet, and you said that's mad
wild as shit.
Yeah.
Who said what?
You said that.
It is mad people coming from other countries because of the deals and because they're going to get stuff that they can't get in their country for a way better price. You pick up all the Lacoste shirts for a discount.
Here's
It's true, though.
Here's what the other malls are flex. Because you get, like, the bougie Cyprus people, and it's also, like, mad gas to get there.
So you feel like you flexed to get there?
Yeah.
But then you got to, like, even out once you get... You ever been there for Black Friday?
Yo.
Dude, it is fucking insane.
Yeah. Talk about foreigners.
And also, it's hot as fuck sometimes, though. If you go, like, at the wrong time, it's not the funnest shopping experience sometimes.
Yeah. Then... You got Katie Mills.
Which is an indoor outlet.
Yeah, which is an indoor outlet. So that's why, back to back. Then I said Deerbrook. No, and Woodlands Mall.
The Woodlands Mall is way better than Deerbrook.
It is. All right, Woodlands Mall, then Deerbrook, then Willowbrook, which I can throw shade at Willowbrook. I've worked at stores in there. That place sucks. Like, people get stabbed there. People get robbed there. I've literally seen people I've seen people boost at, like, Macy's there.
One thing that I want to say is I've done this before, and I probably will stop.
Yeah.
You got to stop selling shoes at Willowbrook. That seems to be a big issue. Selling shoes in the parking lot of the Willowbrook Mall will get you got.
Yeah, that'll get you got. Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, I've seen in the Willowbrook Mall parking lot someone back up into a car and just drive away.
Yeah. Bro, like,
in broad daylight. I'm like, dog, what? You know we're going to get these license plates. Like,
Yo.
What the fuck?
You see the craziest stuff, and then afterwards, and then the bottom of the barrel is Guns Point Mall. If you go there, you better have life insurance.
Honestly, you gotta have the strap on you if you're at that.
You either got a blicky or you got really good life insurance. Otherwise, I wouldn't go.
On a weird note, as we're getting ready to wind down, I don't even know if we should. In Dallas, there's an airport.
Okay.
And there was a woman who started shooting in the airport, but like didn't seem to be shooting at anybody. Who was shooting up in the air. He left the restroom. Allegedly, I haven't got too much information, but some people are saying she was a disgruntled employee. All the headlines I saw is this bitch started saying that she was Chris Brown's wife. And that's I don't know why, out of all people. And I don't know why that ties to the motive. But it was one of those things. She shot up into the air. Someone shot her in the leg and apprehended her.
Yeah.
And like everyone had to get rescreened. Like after that shit, I'd be so fucking annoyed. But everybody in the airport had to get rescreened. You a hoe for that. I know. Just like Chris Brown's wife just coming up here and like just shooting up the Dallas airport. Okay.
I don't know who she was trying to screw with that, but yo.
Because she fucked everyone up.
Yo, I have this. I know this guy. We were talking about like airports and how like TSA is really lame, and then this one guy goes, "Yeah, man. After 9/11, man, airports weren't the same." He's like, they're like super lame now. And then one of the guys goes, "Bro, you were 3."
Because I've heard that, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's heard what the airports were like pre 9/11, but who really in our age, in our lifetime, really like
was flying like that?
Right. It was out here just enjoying airports before 9/11. It is kind of funny though, because they put all these things and like how many things do they really stop?
Yeah.
How many things do they really like?
Yeah.
Like are they able to actually identify and stuff like that?
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing though, man, because like I had heard something like, are we finally tightening guns up? There was like some sort of like semi-automatic weapon ban or something like that.
Oh, where?
Like apparently it was in like an 18-year lapse, and now they're talking about this shit. Like I don't know, man. Things are changing. Like this country is falling apart. For starters, can we talk about quickly? Once the collapse happens, do you have a place you'd want to immigrate? You're already like you've been immigrating from place to place.
Yeah, free agent.
So it's like for you
being a free agent.
Yeah, let's just say like you ain't tied down here. Where do you think we're gonna go next? Because I want to tell you where Andrew Tate lives and why.
Mm-hmm. I know why. I listen to Schultz.
So he's in Croatia.
Yeah. So he and the reason is, I'm not gonna steal your thunder,
is that basically every country's corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
But with a place like Croatia, the average person can be involved in the corruption.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like here you have to be like a billionaire, lobby, politician to get your way. Over there, you can just like get stopped by the police, pay them off, go about your day, just do your regular corruption on your day to day, and like you know what I mean, you're all good.
And you straight.
And that's where he says like he needs to be able to place where like you can.
I mean, even on a local level, like if you live in a small town and you got the most money, you're untouchable.
Right.
Yeah.
But like let's say you don't have the most money, but you have like enough money.
Yeah.
Like
you just regular.
Yeah, but like you got it to like, you know what I mean, like not have to get yourself in any trouble, just do what you want.
It's like paying for parking, you know. You could be like, all right, $20, here you go.
Yeah.
No ticket.
So, you know, that's the idea. Yeah. So, but for us, if we ever needed to leave this country.
If I ever needed to be a free agent again, I would go. I would say Canada would be the most similar, right?
Yeah.
But Canada be too cold, bro. I'm going to be ashy like most of the year. I don't want to deal with that. Same thing with the UK. It'll be ashy most of the time.
I was thinking UK. I know London wild as fuck right now.
Yo. All right, I'm going to go to the UK because Schultz said it, bro. UK drill taking over. American drill is dead. Just like he said Netflix was dead, and it is. He said American rap is dead. UK. The madman.
I don't know why I got a UK verse that I just.
You just throw the UK verse.
Dressed in black like Batman, eating these bitches like Pac-Man.
Oh.
I'ma go do my new dance, put it on the TikTok, damn bands.
Damn, man. Bruv.
I'ma come through with the ski mask, no gun, UK pulling out knives then. Let's see what else we got. I be in the trap and they be calling me the motherfucking bandman. Ay. Okay. Ra. Okay. Bow. Ooh. Re.
Damn.
See what I'm saying? And I think that's been our episode, to be honest with you. Like, I think on that point, unless you got one verse or line or bar that you can get us out with.
I don't got no bars, bruv. I'm sorry.
I'll be in this bitch like a blacksmith. I'll be in the town center with a new bad bitch. I don't be eating that bad fish. I'll be out there binging with bad bitch.
That was hard. All right, we gotta go.
We out. Go. Tell your tias, tell your tios. We out here speaking reckless. We out here being high valued males. We out here being high valued men. And really, we're just truly putting society in their place to basically say, this is what you want in society. Just basically stop fighting it and being fake progressive is what allegedly I don't know what, but this Glasses Me I think is a different character, and we may start making some appearances on the show, to be honest. He may be making some additional appearances on the show.
We might Skype him in, I don't know.
But with that being said, hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit the share. Also, if you're on YouTube, there's a bell, so that way it'll notify you anytime that we're doing stuff. Be looking at the social medias, be checking out for more guests. Pull up to Anchor, drop the Anchor. We out. Bye.